future. Because you're at the heart of everything we do. Guarantee Trust Bank, proudly African, truly international.
Welcome back. You're still watching Business Morning on Channels Television. Let's take a quick look at some financial results. Mayor Baker, in its second quarter financial earnings statement, reported a revenue of 2.8 billion naira. Its profit after tax went up to 35.4 million naira from 27.4 million naira it recorded in the comparable period of 2012. The company profit before tax stood at 52 million naira. And 7-Up Bottling Company has just posted its 2012 full-year audited result for the period ended March 31, 2013. The company is reported a profit after tax of 2.8 billion naira, revenue of 64.08 billion naira, and profit before tax of 3.2 billion naira. Well, we'll now go to the issue we are to look at, that's leadership. And I'm now being joined in the studio by the Executive Director, Leap Africa, Iyaduni Olumide. Good morning, Miss Iyaduni. I hope I'm pronouncing it very well.
You're pronouncing it right.
Fantastic. So
thank you.
Let's begin by understanding the term leadership. What is leadership? What does it mean?
Well, thank you for having us here. We're very happy to be here. Leadership really is the act of guiding people and leading people to achieve an objective and an aim. When we talk about leadership, different people have given different definitions of leadership, but what we believe at Leap Africa is that leadership is not something that is innate. It's something that people develop. It can be developed. It's not a position. So you're not a leader because you're a governor. You're not a leader because you are the head girl. You're not the leader because you established a business. You're a leader because you can actually bring about positive change in society. You're a leader because you can actually bring about positive change for your customers. And you have one leg in the present and one leg in the future. To understand business leadership very well, it's very important to distinguish between management and leadership. We use the term business leadership to refer to management often.
Yeah, I was about to come to that, but just before we come to that, okay. You just said that, you don't have to be in a position to be a leader.
No, you don't.
It's just, so tell me, what are there qualities a leader should actually possess?
Oh, certainly. When we ask people who they think of as leaders, a lot of people often point at Nelson Mandela. A lot of people talk about Mahatma Gandhi. A lot of people talk about people who have been able to create a vision, to see beyond their current position, to see into the future and imagine how things can be better. They take the risk, so they're visionaries. They can see into the future. They can see what a lot of people can't see. They have the capacity to bring other people together, because no leader can achieve their vision or their objective by themselves. So the capacity to get people to buy into that vision. They must also be trustworthy. They must, their actions and their words must line up for people to actually believe the things that they say. They must be people who inspire, who motivate, who can align people to follow a vision and actually see that vision to fruition, because you need a track record for people to line up behind you as a leader. So those are a few of the qualities that we recognize as leaders, in leaders.
All right. Yeah, you were trying to talk about the difference between management and leadership. So how, I mean, for me, I was okay. I'm a leader. I'm a manager. So how do I differentiate a manager from a leader?
that's really very interesting. And for a long time in the business world and in the management world, they were both used interchangeably. But there is a distinction between management and leadership, business management and leadership. While two of them are systems of actions, they're really, a way you act. A manager acts a certain way, a leader acts a certain way. And it's really about three key things: deciding what needs to be done, determining how you get a network of people to achieve what needs to be done, and ensuring that it gets done. Both managers and leaders do those things. But a manager focuses on planning in terms of deciding what needs to be done. They come up with a plan, they come up with a budget. The leader is the one who sets the direction. So you set a very clear vision of what you want to achieve. You come up with strategies. That's what setting direction is about. When it comes to creating the network to achieve what you've decided to do, the manager works with systems and structures. So the manager is dealing with complexity. How do I make a complex matter of, say, producing a particular product or giving a certain service? How do I ensure that I can produce the same results efficiently? A leader looks more at the long term, creating the vision and aligning the different constituencies. The manager focuses on just his subordinates and getting people to work the business. The manager looks at the different stakeholders. The manager looks at the customers. The manager looks at his own staff. Sorry, the leader looks at his customers. The leader looks at the suppliers who supply him raw materials. He looks at the people who work for him. He looks at his peers within the organization. This could be peers, this could be subordinates, this could be bosses. He looks at members of his board. He looks at the government authorities. So he's aligning all these people to achieve the direction that has already been set. And then when it comes to ensuring things are done, a business manager is essentially looking at how do I control and make sure that I get the right outcomes. This factory process isn't right. That's when you talk about QA, QC, or ensuring that the service is right and putting structures in place. And if there's a problem, actually addressing that problem. What does the business leader do? The business leader's role in ensuring things get done is to inspire people and motivate people. Now, one doesn't trump the other. They're both complementary, and you can't have one without the other for a successful business. But one way to look at it is that a business manager is focused on getting things to work now.
So basically organizing while the leader aligns.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, you're a very good student. Essentially, yes, that is what we're saying. So the business leader is looking at the future, looking at more long-term, and ensuring that how do I ensure that this business is sustainable? How do I ensure that everybody here buys into the vision beyond getting things done? How do I make sure that people understand why we're doing it and are pulling together? Everyone is pulling together in the right direction.
All right, so can an individual actually be a manager as well as a leader?
Certainly. An individual can be a manager as well as a leader.
Wouldn't these qualities somehow be conflicting when you have to do your duty as a manager and, of course, as a leader?
It is difficult to do both of them. It's not easy, is what I should say, but it is possible. Both of them are systems of action, and it's really a mindset. Every successful business needs someone or people within the organization who are both managers and are both leaders, and that requires keeping one foot in today and having the next foot in the future. So while you're doing things to ensure that your business stays afloat today, while you're creating structures to make sure that if you're delivering services to your customers receive the service that they requested on time and to the quality that they demanded. You're, as a leader, thinking, what is the next step for my business? What do I need to start doing today to ensure that my business can get to that vision that I have set for it?
Okay, so tell me, why is leadership important in business? What is the essence?
Well, like I said, leadership is really about how do you position yourself for the future. It's about how do I make sure that my business outleads me when you talk about business leadership. A common example that I often discuss is schools. How many of us went to the schools that our fathers or our mothers went to, or